Good evening and welcome to Howell North Stadium, home of the Knights. This contest is between Howell Central Spartans and your Howell North Knights. We'll be introducing the starting lineups. First, for the Spartans from Howell Central. Number 1, in goal, Caitlin Brown. Number 2, Abby Nessel. Number 5, Bailey Beeler. Number 9, Jenna Mathis. Number 12, Jay Viola. Number 13, Paige Butterfield. Number 14, Molly Kristen. Number 15, Mackenzie Diver. Number 18, Kaylin Hendricks. Number 22, Mariah Johnson. And number 24, Mackenzie Jones. The Spartans are coached by Mr. Derek Phillips, head coach. Assistants are Mr. Eddie Holland and Taylor Yoakum. Now for your Howell North Knights. Number 3, Madeline Wood. Number 4, Samantha Carey. Number 5, Lauren Shaw. Number 7, Brianna Rutherford. Number 8, Julia Christensen. Number 12, Katie Richardson. Number 14, Megan Crane. In goal, Katie Arnold. Number 22, Abby Miller. Number 23, Nikki Grellner. Number 25, Karen Peete. The Knights are coached by Mr. Mark Alway, head coach, and assisted by Mr. Larry Scheller. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Howell North. Howell North students, staff, and administration are pleased to have you as our guest for tonight's soccer matchup between the Spartans from Howell Central and your Howell North Knights. This athletic event is sanctioned by the MFHSA, and as members of that organization, both schools agree to abide by the regulations governing athletic competition for high schools in the state of Missouri, as well as to maintain the standards of sportsmanship required at these athletic contests. Tonight's contest will be officiated under rules set forth by the National High School Federation, the governing body for high school interscholastic athletics. Would you please rise as we honor our nation with the playing of the national anthem?
Hello and welcome to tonight's varsity girls soccer game between the Howell North Knights and the Howell Central Spartans. It's one of the biggest rivalries in the area and one of the biggest rivalries in the game, which should make this an exciting affair between two bitter rivals. I am fortunate to bring you this action alongside Gavin Anderson. My name is Dominic Kosher, and Gavin, with such a big rivalry and with these teams both having plenty of talent, what does it mean for both teams, and how do you think it'll affect the play on the field tonight?
Dominic, with such a big rivalry going into pretty much the beginning of this, year for both teams, none of them have really been playing too many games. It is a big confidence booster for both teams to kick off a rivalry, to kick off a season. So both teams are going to try to get the edge, especially in the division that the Knights are leading with 2 wins, no losses, and 1 tie. And the Central have 3 wins and 2 losses. So in the division, it's really important to win this game.
You're right, Gavin. You mentioned this is an early season clash. These two teams have not played too many games so far this season. The Knights have only played 1 divisional game as opposed to the Central's 2. If one of these two teams can pull up early and get off to a nice start, it can be a big confidence booster for the rest of the match. We mentioned their records. The Knights come into this game with a 2-1-1 record. They are coming off their first loss of the season in their last home match against Fort Zumwalt West, where they lost 4-1. However, that was without their starting goalkeeper, Katie Arnold, who is back in goal tonight for the Howell North Knights. On the opposite side of the field is goalkeeper sophomore Caitlin Brown. She has been in stunning form to start the season off for the Howell Central Spartans, allowing just 9 goals in their opening 6 matches while making a combined 22 saves. One of the biggest challenges tonight for the Knights will be trying to beat that Caitlin Brown. If they can try to beat her once, maybe early on here in the opening 10 minutes of this game, they can get off to a good start and settle back on the field. We have kickoff here just around 6 o'clock on a windy and expected to be stormy night here at Francis Howell North. Some key things to watch out for in this game include number 4 for the Knights, Sam Carey. She plays a left back position for the team, and she leads the team in goals with 2 on the year. She's been coming out of that left back position all year long and putting up offensive numbers that you'd see from a forward. She's one of the most dangerous players on the team, and the Knights will try to feed her the ball all night long. Also, in the starting lineup, the Knights have 2 freshmen in the lineup, including Julia Christensen, as well as number 7, Brianna Rutherford. With such players in the lineup, as well as many seniors and upperclassmen overall, you have a mix of experience and youth energy in this lineup, which can prove like a deadly balance for the Spartans defense to try to stop. Taking the throw-in is sophomore number 5, Lauren Shaw. Shaw takes a touch and tries to get past what looks to be number 2, Abby Nestle. Abby Nestle, a sophomore, going against her fellow sophomore against the Knights. Here's Sam Carey. She takes it past the 35, now the 30. She's defended closely there by number 15. Looks to be Mackenzie Diver. Mackenzie Diver is the leading scorer on this Central Spartans team and one part of the 2-headed attack on the Francis Howell Central Spartans. That ball was collected there by Caitlin Brown, and she'll set it down for a goal kick. So we mentioned that 2-headed attack. On one side is Mackenzie Diver with 3 goals and 2 assists. She is second in assists on the team behind her teammate Bailey Beeler. Beeler has been fantastic on the year already, scoring 2 goals, which is the second most on the team, as well as leading the team with a remarkable 6 goals. The next highest is 2. Senior Kate Richardson, challenging for the ball, but that's collected by number 18, Kaylin Hendricks. Hendricks trying to win it back with good pressure there by the Knights, forces a turnover. Here's Addie Miller, one of the most creative players on this team in the central midfield role. In their last game against Fort Zumwalt West, she was driving down the field all night long, proving a difficult task for the Jaguars defense to stop, even though they lost by a score of 4-1. Shaw trying to get to the edge in the corner. That goes out for a Knights throw-in with 37 minutes remaining here in the first half. Shaw to take the throw in here. She's got Brandon Rutherford there, and she passes to her. Now to fellow freshman Julia Christensen. Christensen back to Rutherford. Rutherford plays out wide for Shaw. Shaw looking for that cross. It comes in. It's a deadly ball. Cleared away by the Spartans now, thanks to number 22. Looks to be Maria Johnson. That is Caitlin Brown making her first crucial move of the game. That is to collect the ball away from Christensen and the Knights. She rolls it out to her left back. Looks to be number 18, Caitlin Hendricks. Caitlin Hendricks looking for a short pass to number 2, Abby Nessel. That ball rolls out of play, and it's a throw-in in favor of Howell North. Shaw throws it in over the head of Rutherford and then headed away by Nessel. And that ball, once again, the Spartans are trying to get up this left sideline, but each time they attempt to do so, it goes out of play, and it's another turnover that Howell Central cannot afford against a high-pressure attack of the Lady Knights. Here's Megan Crane. Megan Crane trying to get around the defender, but it's good defensive work there by Maria Johnson. Here's Crane on the ball now, cleared away. Collecting it for Howell Central was Jenna Mathis, and they're trying to get outside, and it takes a deflection off of Shaw. Will be a throw-in in favor of the visiting Spartans. Spartans on the year have scored a combined 14 goals, but are coming off their first shutout loss of the season, where they lost 2-0 against heavy rival Francis Howell Vikings. In that game, they lost 2-0, and that was their last match back on March 29th. On the ball now is number 2, Abby Nessel. Abby Nessel goes to the ground, nothing called from the ref, and that's cleared away from Karen Pete, but that pass is not going to find its target, and now it's Jay Viola and the Central Spartans, down that right side. That goes out of play, deflection off of the Spartans, and it's the Knights throwing with Sam Carey, as we have under 35 minutes now remaining here in the first half. Here's Nicole Groner trying to come up from the back, but that pass is going to be intercepted by number 9, Jenna Mathis. She plays it all the way to the back. Trying to get back now for the Knights. She's in the middle, but they turn it over. Here comes Abby Miller and the Knights. That was the Spartans who turned it over. Now Katie Richardson. She's trying to play up the field for Megan Crane, but good job there from Maria Johnson. Good ball up front by the Knights, and Megan Crane plays it out wide. Back to Katie Richardson now. Here's Abby Miller. Goes under the ref. She cuts it back one way. Good move there and pushes it away from the defender. She turns it over. Here come the Spartans looking for their first true attack of the game. It's been all night so far. Having strong possessions, and every time they lose it, they win it back. Abby Miller does it again here. She plays it for number 9, Julia Christensen. Christensen keeps her run going. She has number 8, Julia. Look at that shot from way out. Did that go in? Did not. It was hard to tell from this angle. Went just over the goal, hit the back post, and it's going to be a goal kick. What an effort there from the freshman Christensen.
As that kick barely went over the goal post there, but as you mentioned, Dom, strong offense from these Howell North Knights. All game long, it's been a one-sided possession here all game, as there's 32 minutes to go. Really, the Knights really have not turned over the ball. They have kept possession, and if they did turn over the ball, they got it right back, which is going to be crucial if you want to win this game. Keep the Central Spartans out of goal territory, which they have done pretty much all game, as soon as they know they're still the Knights.
Worry about that. Yeah, they put together really strong possessions every time the pass was there. Their last game against the Jaguars, it seemed like, at least in the first half at least, every pass they attempted found its way out for turnovers, making up for that against a really strong Spartans team. And so far, they have not done that. That is a huge bonus for the Howell North Knights. That ball goes out for the Knights, throwing it, Sam Carey. Throw it in, looking for Megan Crane. Chases it after. Ball's put back to Brown. Brown's going to play it first time out to her right back. Spartans. We talked earlier about this heavy rivalry, how it adds an extra set of temptation to go
You're good right there.
field and stay on the field. Because you know none of these players are on the ball all game long. They're playing one of their biggest rivals, and I talked with some players earlier in the week about how big of a game this is. They know the other players on the field on the other side, at least, of the Central Spartans colors, as well as the other players on the other side. When they're playing their friends and playing their teammates, they want to have their performance, and that adds an extra momentum to this game, which can make the dark side out there. It's already been the opening 10 minutes, almost like we're still from a mile out from freshman to pushing some ball out there on the sand carries the Spartans through.
These are lifesavers. Literally lifesavers.
that goes away. First challenge of the day for Katie Arnold goes wide. Goes wide. Here come the Knights and Julia Christensen. She takes a touch and plays it back for Sam Carey. Sam Carey going past the 40. Now plays it up. She was looking for what looked to be number 3, Maddie Wood, but that pass goes out of play. And here come the Knights right off the throw and winning it back. And that's Julia Christensen. You can see these freshmen. They've won it out here. This is their first time playing against Central Spartans, so they don't really have the experience in this rivalry, but they know how much it means to their teammates and to the fans. And with that, they're playing with an added bonus of energy, and it's proved deadly so far for this Knights attack. We have under 25 minutes now remaining here in the half. Score remains scoreless. Foul call against the Spartans for an infraction. Here's Sam Carey to take the free kick right around the 36-yard line this time around. We'll see as the big bodies on the Knights try to get in the middle, including Abby Miller and Katie Richardson. Richardson on the move. That ball comes in. It's over the head of Miller, and that's going to be collected easily there by the goalkeeper, Brown. Brown's been huge so far.
Dom, as we did mention earlier, as Sam Carey did try to make a goal, you saw the wind die down. You saw the wind pretty much just die the ball down, and that's going to be a huge part in this game. If any team's going to want to score, like we said earlier, you're going to have to watch out for the wind.
Foul call against May Wood as she pushed off on that possession, and it's a free kick in favor of the Howell Central Spartans. They'll play it short to Maria Johnson, and it's back to Crispin. Crispin takes a couple touches, defended by a couple Knights, and she's looking forward, but that's a good pressure there from Katie Richardson and Howell North. They'll force a turnover immediately after, but then they lose it. Here comes the Spartans, but that's good defensive effort there by Sam Carey. She'll collect it with ease, and she'll play up the field and finds Abby Miller. Great job there by Carey. Here's Nicole Grellner. Grellner past the 30, Katie Richardson to her right, and now Lauren Shaw. Shaw plays it to Richardson. Good one-touch football there by the Knights. And that ball goes out of play off of the Spartans, and it's a throw-in for Brianna Rutherford. She throws it into Christensen. Good defense there by Crispin and the Spartans, and that is going to be cleared away by what looked to be number 12, Jay Voyola. Over the head of Voyola now, and here's Christensen. Christensen loses it to number 24, Mackenzie Jones. Jones nutmegs Abby Miller there. Bit of skill by the central midfielder for Howell Central. But Miller is able to get right back at her and force a turnover. Here's Sam Carey. Carey to Maddie Wood. Maddie Wood defended by 3 Spartans. It almost got past all of them. She got past 2. Tried going for the nutmeg right after the Spartans nutmeg, but that did not work out as well as it did for Howell Central. Maria Johnson's able to play it back to Brown, and Brown's going to push it all the way out wide to number 18, Caitlin Hendricks. Number 9, Jenna Mathis with the now plays it back for Johnson. She gets past Rutherford, What a touch there by number 2. That is Abby Nessel getting past a couple of Knights, and here comes Howell Central off of that bit of skill. Bailey Beeler looking for her forward. That was number 15, Mackenzie Diber. Those two have connected all year long. As we mentioned earlier, they're the top 2 goal scorers and the top 2 assisters on the team. What a ball there from Beeler. However, it was taken care of by Katie Arnold. foul called against the Knights, and the Spartans will take a free kick right around the 40-yard line with 20 minutes now remaining here in the half. The ball comes in. It's a dangerous ball, and that's cleared away by Abby Miller. Christensen trying to get in. That shot's going to go wide by a couple of yards. Katie Arnold's going to let it roll out for a goal kick, and the first sub of the game for Howell North is set to take place. It's a swap up front as Megan Crane comes off the field in favor of freshman Courtney Arena. Coach Mark Olwick has seen what the other two freshmen have done so far this game, so he's going to put on a third freshman and keep that energy on the field and maybe add to it as well, as now they have three in the up attacking positions. Dangerous ball there from Arnold out wide looking for Lauren Shaw. That's a turnover, however. Shaw recovers just immediately after and plays it off of the defender's knee, and that's a Knights throw-in. With 20 minutes now gone here in the opening half of tonight's big girls soccer rivalry game, neither team's had too many chances so far. Howell North had the best of them, both coming from Julia Christensen. So far, Howell Central not really challenging Katie Arnold in this back line too much, but that's mainly due to the strong midfield play by this Howell North team. Great. Good pressure there from the Knights, and they force another Spartans turnover and another Knights throw-in to be taken by Sam Carey. Here comes Howell North. Julia Christensen with the ball now. She's trying to play it back for fellow freshman Arena, but that goes all the way back for Abby Miller. Abby Miller plays it to Sam Carey. And that ball goes out of play. Carey looking forward for Maddie Wood. Bit of miscommunication there on the side, and that leads to a nice turnover. But look at Abby Miller. Comes back and wins it immediately after, despite the turnover there from Miller. That just shows how much these players want it. After every time they turn the ball over and give it to the opposing Spartans, they go back and win it immediately after with high pressure and then good balls outside of the zone. Here come the Spartans again. Good pressure by Nicole Grellner trying to force a turnover, but they play it all the way back to number 13, Paige Butterfield. Crispin with it now. Now it's number 10, the newly entered Kiergan McAvoy. McAvoy plays it up the field, and here come the Spartans. This is their best tech of the game. If they can do it right. Sam Carey going after the attacker. Trying to keep it in for Howell Central was number 7, Rihanna Thomas, but that pass had a little bit too much power on it. It goes out of play right around the 10-yard line. It's a dangerous attack from the Spartans, but they had a little bit of room on the left back, Sam Carey. However, they just put too much power on the pass, and that is a miscommunication, that they cannot afford against a really sturdy Knights team. Bailey Beeler coming back from her right midfield position all the way to the left, trying to get something going for the Spartans. However, they are forced to play all the way back to the keeper, Brown. 15 minutes now remaining here in the half. Brown plays it out wide for Butterfield. That first touch almost escaped her, but she's able to keep it going. Past the 40. Now plays it inside, but that's intercepted by Abby Miller. Here comes Christensen. He takes a touch and takes it inside. She's defending closely, but plays over the top, looking for a rain, a dangerous attack there from the Knights. Really good idea there by Christensen. However, that's good defense of work there by the Spartans back line, and then the goalkeeper, Brown. They went it right back after it, though, and here is Abby Miller. Abby Miller lets it go to Maddie Wood, but it looks like it was a bit of miscommunication there, as Miller was trying to take it outside, but Wood was trying to come inside, and that led to a heavy touch off the both of them and a Spartans possession. Good turn there by number 9, Jenna Mathis, and trying to get attack going is Howell Central and number 5, Bailey Beeler. Christensen comes back and plays it to Arena. Arena takes a touch. Nope, plays it to Richardson. Richardson trying to play it through to Rutherford. Great ball there, and she's onside. It was close, but she is able to keep it here at the corner. Trying to find an angle and plays it to Shaw. Shaw on her right plays it to Miller. Miller first time looking back for Rutherford. Great play there from the Knights. However, that pass also had a little bit too much power on it, and it goes out of play for a Spartans goal kick. Good work there from the Knights. Good ball movement. Just cannot put the finishing touches on it. Strong play, however.
As that is going to be a throw-in, it looks like, for the Knights. The Knights have really kind of lost possession for the last 10 minutes of the game, Dom. They started out strong, but it looks like Central has come back, and they've had possession, it seems like, for the most of the last half of this first half, which has really not been effective for Central. It hasn't really done much damage, but still, the Knights are still trying to attack, still pushing hard, and still trying to score early.
Christensen out wide to her winger. Excuse me, that winger was the newly come on Bria Hamilton, who came on for number 3, Maddie Wood. That turnover there by Karen Pete is collected by Paige Vanek, who also just came on for the Knights, replacing Brianna Rutherford. Here's Shaw. Shaw plays it up the field for Vanek, and Vanek takes a nice touch there, and she's got plenty of room. Plays it to Christensen. Christensen forced to wait on it, and rolls it back over. Great job there to beat number 5, Bailey Beeler. Here comes Christensen, plays it back for Abby Miller. Miller plays it first time. Trying to get something going there for the Knights, and that's a turnover. Great job and great pressure by Howell Central and Kaylee Comback. Comback trying to win it back for the Spartans, and she's taken down, nothing called, and that goes out of play for a Spartans throw-in. Lauren Shaw putting the pressure on the Knights, or on the Spartans rather, but it goes out of play off of her. With 12 minutes now remaining, the score is still scoreless. My name is Dominic Osher with Gavin Anderson. Thank you again for tuning in here on FHNtoday.com/live. Back onto the field now is number 22, Maria Johnson, ahead of this throw-in for Howell Central. They'll be taken by number 10, Kiergan McAvoy. McAvoy throws it in to number 23, Gracie Krupp. Knights forced to turn it over immediately after the throw-in here. They come in the final third of the pitch on the Howell Central side, and they are going to have a strong attack here, led by Lauren Shaw. Shaw plays it forward. Here's Abby Miller. Abby Miller trying to cut it back, but that's good defensive work there by Bailey Beeler, who's not just one of the most creative players on offense for this team, but one of the most strong performers on defense as well. She has the ball now, playing it to Paige Butterfield. Loose pass there from Howell Central, and here's Abby Miller. Abby Miller gets it from Katie Richardson. She's trying to get it back, and now Christensen takes a touch and cuts it back, and wide open is Paige Vanek. She's got plenty of room past the 10-yard line. She's onside, trying to play it in now to one of the forwards that's cleared away by Howell Central. Not far away, though, and that's Christian trying to get back on it. Here's Katie Richardson. Richardson trying to take a shot. That goes cleared away by Maria Johnson. Now Brown's able to collect it with 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Good work there from the Howell Central defense after a bit of a kind of a lost cause, what seemed like, with Knights running all over the place, putting tons of pressure on Brown and the Spartans. However, the Knights are able to recollect the ball now with Lauren Shaw. Shaw past the 50, now the 40. Here's Christensen. He takes a touch past the defender, well done there by Christensen. He's been one of the best players all game long for the Knights. However, she loses it there, and here's Sam Carey. Carey plays it first time to Miller, and that was what looked to be number 18 for the Knights, Bria Hamilton, trying to win the ball. Lauren Shaw mistimes that. However, Paige Banks able to recollect it from the right wing position and play it to Karen Pete. Pete takes a touch and trying to look for Lauren Shaw out wide. She had better options, however, with Paige Bannock around the 50 and Katie Richardson as well to her left. However, she avoided those two and played it out of bounds. Multiple subs now for the Spartans, including number 18, Caitlin Hendricks, coming back onto the field for Howell Central, as well as top scorer Mackenzie Diber. Hendricks tosses it to Kyber. Kyber plays it back for Hendricks, and Hendricks plays up the field. That pass is going to be intercepted by Karen Pete, who takes a nice touch and tries to get around the defender. That is a foul called, however, against Abby Nessel and Howell Central. Under 10 minutes now, as the Knights will take this free kick with senior Katie Richardson. That ball intended for Courtney Arena almost got to her, but went right under her foot, and that's collected by Brown. We haven't really seen too many opportunities in this game since that Christensen header in the earlier stages of the half. We'll see if they can try to get something going on either side of the ball as the minutes dwindle down here on this Tuesday night clash. That's a really good ball. Karen Pete chases it back, and what a effort there on the defensive side of the ball for Pete, going against number 2 Abby Nessel. Nessel had the edge, but Pete was able to recover, run down the field, and it worked out. Foul calling his Knights right around the 35-yard line. And the free kick is going to be taken by number 24, Mackenzie Jones. Beeler comes all the way back for the free kick, and they play it short. She takes a touch immediately after. What a move there by Beeler, and she beats Arena with plenty of skill for Howell North. Hendricks on throwing now. Paige Bannock defending closely, but Beeler is trying to come back. It goes to Kyber instead. That ball goes off of her, however, and that is a throw-in for Howell North and Lauren Shaw. They're trying to play quickly here, trying to get an attack, as we just have 6 minutes and 30 seconds now remaining here in the first half of play. Throw in for the Knights, and Lauren Shaw throws it in. Good touch there by Beeler to Diber. Diber trying to get around Lauren Shaw, however, takes a deflection off of Shaw, and it's another Spartans throw in. She takes it quickly to Beeler. It's been a 1-2 of Beeler and Diber these last couple of seconds for the Spartans, however, it doesn't work out there. Richardson trying to switch the field, and she does. It's been kind of tight in that left sideline area for these past couple of minutes. However, they're finally able to escape that area, and here they come on the counter. The Spartans take a touch and play it out wide to Butterfield. Butterfield around the 40-yard line. And now it's number 12, what looks to be Jay Voyola. Voyola plays it to Beeler. Beeler, defended by Christensen, plays it back. Jones back to Butterfield. 1-2 attempt there by the Spartans. No, they avoid it there. Here come the Spartans. Here comes Maria Jones from the from the left or the center back position, trying to play it in. And that's cleared away. No, it comes in, and Katie Arnold's able to make her first save of the game. That goes out for a Spartans corner kick. Strong play there from Maria Johnson and Howell Central. It was number 2, Abby Nissel, who got their first shot of the game on Arnold, but it was cleared away. Well done there by the senior goalkeeper. Katie Arnold, one of the best stories on this team. Last year, she tore her ACL in an April practice and was forced to miss the rest of the year and did not come back onto the field until early 2018. To see her back on the field at this early in the season is fantastic news for everyone involved. Corner to come in here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds now remaining here in the first half. Ball comes in and it's falls to Beeler. Beeler trying to get a shot, and that is going to find the back corner, and it's a goal for Howell Central. And number 5, Beeler continues her fantastic season for the Howell Central Spartans and finds the back of the net for the first time tonight and the 3rd time this season. On the year now, she's got 3 goals and 6 assists. Big goal there for Howell Central to get past. Katie Arnold's been steady so far in the back of the net as well as this Knights defense, but anything can happen on set pieces, and they proved it there again as Beeler was able to beat Katie Arnold. Goal with 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the half, and it puts more pressure on this Howell North team. Christian takes a touch and takes it all the way back. She's got a couple options, but she plays it to Carey. Carey plays it through the middle of the field, and she's taken down by number 2, it looked like. That was Abby Nessel who brought her down around the 30-yard line, the 25-yard line, excuse me. And it's a good position here for Howell North. Gavin, now that they're trailing, how is this going to affect the Knights' game plan as we see the minutes dwindle down here in the first half?
Well, Dom, really it seems like the Knights have struggled offensively lately, been turning the ball over. So if the Knights want to score, bring some more pressure, they're going to have to attack more on offense and can control the defense, as that is going to be a throw-in for the Spartans.
Brown takes the goal kick short over to number 13, Butterfield. They're trying to play it up are the Spartans, and that was number 14. Molly Crispin was trying to get up the field for Howell Central, but Sam Carey, is able to win it back immediately after. She plays it forward. Nope, takes a deflection off of Carey, it looked like, and is a Howell Central throw-in. Ball played to Beeler, the goal scorer for Howell Central. Nice triangle soccer here from the Spartans. Every time they get the ball, there's always someone open. That was not the case in the early stages of this game. In the opening 20 minutes, it was all Howell North. Every time someone was open, there was always a player there, and they always got the ball there. However, since these last couple of minutes, and since the goal especially, it's been all Spartans. And as you mentioned, Gavin, they've been putting the pressure on the Knights and forcing turnovers. Here's Diver. She plays it all the way out wide for Nessel. Nessel trying to win it back from Carey. They'll take a deflection, and it's going to be a Spartans possession, and it's going to be a throw-in right around the corner flag. She plays it to Beeler. Nessel trying to win it back. She's offside, however, and with just a minute and 10 seconds now remaining, it'll be a free kick for Howell North and Sam Carey. Carey plays it all the way up the field to Christensen. Christensen's been this entire game, has been probably the most dangerous player on this Knights attack. However, she's been noted by the Spartans defense as that dangerous player as well, and they've been putting at least one defender on her every time she gets the ball, forcing turnovers from that striker position. Here comes Mackenzie Jones. Jones plays a wonderful ball through for Dyer. It's a very good delivery. And here's Dyer, but that's a good defensive recovery there by Karen Pete, and she plays it up the field for Christensen. Tough first touch there for her, and defended closely by Howell Central. Abby Miller with it now, looking for Kitty Richardson. She finds her. Richardson cuts it back and plays out wide for Paige Vanek. Vanek is told to go forward by Coach Oleg, and Lauren Shaw does just that. She's taken down as a free kick around the 30-yard line. Just 10 seconds remaining. Doesn't look like there will be enough time for Howell North to register something before the final first half whistle blows. One last-ditch effort for Howell North to come from Sam Carey. Sam Carey's waiting for her options to go down the field, including Abby Miller, Julia Christensen, and Arena. That ball intended for Abby Miller is going to go past her and pops up in the air. Just 3 seconds now remaining, and that'll do it for the first half of tonight's varsity girls soccer game. Going into the half, the Knights trailed the Spartans by a score of 1-0, thanks to a goal from senior number 5, Bailey Beeler. Gavin, after this opening 40 minutes of play, what did you see from either side in that 40 minutes of play?
Well, Dom, the Knights started off strong. Pretty much the first part of the half, was controlled by the Knights. But towards the second end of the half, the Knights, or the Central Spartans, my bad, really fought hard. Strong passes on offense, which created the goal for Bueller, and really kept possession, put pressure on the North Knights, which helped the Spartans get control.
You're right, Gavin. Even though in the first 20 minutes it was all Howell North, especially in possession, they were able to recover how Central was and force many Howell North turnovers and play great possession soccer. Once again, my name is Dominic Kosher here with Gavin Anderson, bringing you tonight's action here on FHNtoday.com/live. Coming back here in 9 minutes' time to see the second half of tonight's Varsity Girls rivalry match. welcome back to tonight's varsity girls soccer game between the Howell North Knights and the Howell Central Spartans. My name is Dominic Hosier here with Gavin Anderson, bringing you tonight's action here on FHNtoday.com/live. Coming into the second half, the Knights are trailing by a score of 1-0, thanks to a goal from number 5, Bailey Beeler. Alright, so Gavin, as we get underway here for the second half, what do the Howell North Knights need to do to try to beat the Central Spartans team here in the second half?
Dom, they need to continue what they did to start the game. Great offense, put more pressure on the Spartans defense, hopefully catch the Spartans off guard and find the back of the net. And if they can do that, continue to keep their offensive pressure like they did to start the game, then they can have a good shot at coming back.
You're right about that, Gavin. And on the Howell Central side, they have done an excellent job on the defensive side of the ball. Other than a couple of chances from Julia Christensen in the striker position for Howell North, it has been a really strong effort from the back four for the visiting Spartans, putting nonstop pressure on the Knights and forcing many turnovers and limiting the scoring opportunities. Here is number 7, Brianna Rutherford, trying to keep it in, but that goes out of play for a Howell Central possession here at the start of the second half. Molly Crispin with it now and plays it up the field to number 12, Jay Viola. That ball rolls right by Viola and over to number 2, Abby Nessel. Abby Nessel's been one of the most dangerous players on the Spartans team so far, having multiple scoring opportunities and forcing the first save of the day by Katie Arnold just before their first goal of the game. That ball rolls all the way past Karen Pete to the 20, and she's going to play it back to Katie Arnold. It's a bit of a dangerous ball there, but Arnold's able to clear it away. Well done there by the senior goalkeeper for Howell North. With the ball now is the goal scorer, Beeler. Beeler plays it out wide, and here comes Howell Central. Maria Johnson on the ball now, and she takes a shot, and that gets past Arnold and cleared away by Maddie Wood. However, it looks like the Spartans will be able to keep the ball in, know that she's going to let it roll out, and it's going to be a corner kick for Howell Central. This is where they got their first goal of the game. It came right off of a set piece where Beeler was left unmarked and was able to slot it straight into the bottom right-hand corner on the other side of the field. Number 24, Mackenzie Jones, set to take this corner for the Knights. For the Spartans, excuse me. Coming short is Beeler. She lays it off for Jones, and Jones has it on her strong left foot. She plays it in, and that is a fantastic header there by number 12. That is Jay Viola, who finds the back of the net for Howell Central to double the Spartans' lead here with 38 minutes remaining. 2-0. Their second goal right off of a corner, and Viola was left just unmarked right around the 6-yard line, and she was able to hit it right past Katie Arnold. Not much the senior goalkeeper could do about that one. It was a perfect header from Viola. Viola finds the back net here with 38 minutes and 3 seconds remaining here in the half. Earlier, Gavin, you talked about what the Knights need to do after their first goal conceded, and some of the things they need to do include attacking, which is risky, but they have to put more pressure on, as they're doing right now, between Shaw and Rutherford, and they have to play more players up front, which could lead to more chances for Howell Central, but they have to take the risk, and they're doing so now as Sam Carey's moving all the way up the field. They tried to play the ball out for her, but that's cut out from Butterfield. Beeler with it now. Mackenzie Jones on the assist there for Howell Central right off of the corner kick. Beeler playing up the field looking for Johnson. Cut away from Nicole Groner, and here comes Abby Miller. Abby Miller just slides it over to Sam Carey, and here's Katie Richardson. Richardson plays it to Megan Crane. Megan Crane trying to switch to the field, but it's deflected and ends up with Nesler. Excuse me, that is Nessel, not Nesler. And here are the Central Spartans trying to switch the field over to Diber. Diber heads it to Beeler, and Beeler plays a fantastic ball through over to Nessel. Nessel trying to get on it, but that's Lauren Shaw recovering on defense, trying to keep it in. and now go out of play for a central corner kick. This is where they've been dangerous. We've talked about it multiple times, and you've seen it. They've scored 2 goals off of corners already, trying to make it a third. Look out for number 2, Abby Nessel, on this delivery, as well as Viola, who just scored their last goal off of a corner. Viola is over by the near post, while Maria Johnson on the far post. Looks like the Spartans are going to try to play it short once again as Beeler comes to support Mackenzie Jones. On their last corner, Jones played it short to Beeler immediately as she came over to the corner flag, and then Beeler laid it off for her, which led to the cross. They're trying to do it again here on the right foot this time. However, that ball comes in, and it's into the back of the net yet again. Howell Central cannot stop scoring on these corners. Three corners in a row that I've seen the Spartans find the back of the net. That was Mackenzie Jones, who couldn't really tell if that was a shot or a cross in, but it found the back of the net nonetheless. It might have taken deflection off of number 9, Jenna Mathis, but it was a close one either way, and it's a foul called against Howell North, and the Spartans are feeling it. What a start to the second half for them. Inside the opening 5 minutes of the second half period, they found the back of the net twice already. Beeler with the ball now defended by Miller. Miller putting good pressure on Beeler, but Beeler's able to get past 2. Great job there, and she plays it off to Diber. Great play there from the leading assister on the team. That ball goes all the way through for Maria Johnson. However, that is offside. A good, strong line held there by the back line of Howell North, and with 35 minutes now remaining, it'll be a free kick for Sam Carey and FHN. Carey plays it all the way up the field looking for Megan Crane. Crane passes it down to Christensen, but that goes all the way back for Lauren Shaw. Here comes Nessel for his Spartans, and she takes a touch and goes off of Nicole Grellner now. And here's Maria Johnson. Johnson cuts it the other way. Here she comes with Nessel to her left. She tries to find Nessel. It's a good ball, but Sam Carey all the way back from her left back position slots it away and knocks it away for a Howell Central throw-in. Here's Beeler. Beeler going against what looked to be Rutherford. Now Lauren Shaw forces a turnover off of Johnson and a Knights throw-in. Down 3-0 here in the second half. The Knights are going to have to try to find the back of the net soon if they want to get back in this game. They haven't had any scoring opportunities since the opening 20 minutes of the first half. They have to try to get Christensen more involved, as well as their other forwards, such as Megan Crane and Maddie Wood, who usually plays a defensive role for this Howell North team, is playing in that left midfield position, trying to get forward and try to create more attacking chances for the Knights. Karen Pete's getting beat here by Nessel, and that ball goes out of play, waiting for the ref's decision. That's going to be a goal kick for the Knights. Good defending there by Karen Pete to knock it off of the Stormy Nessel. The Knights throwing coming in here. And it looks like it'll be Lauren Shaw who chases the ball right now to take the throw in for the Knights. Alright, Gavin, as we have 32 minutes now remaining here in the second half of play, the Knights have been really struggling to get anything going on offense. Who do the Howell North Knights need to get going here in the second half if they want to try to cut this lead bits and pieces against Howell Central?
Well, Dom, get the ball to Sam Carey, who leads the team in goals with 2 goals this year. And if you want Sam Carey to help you score points, you need to pass it to, or you need to have Abby Miller and Katie Richardson, who are both tied with assists, with 1 assist. You'll need them to get the ball to Sam Carey or take it themselves, as Abby Miller does have 1 goal, so she can do both, pass the ball and make assists and score.
Bit of harsh luck there for the Knights. They had a 3-on-1 break with Maddie Wood leading the way. However, it looked like Christensen knocked the Spartan down, and that led to a foul called against the Knights to the distaste of the home supporters. But it was a foul nonetheless. And here's Abby Miller playing all the way back for Nicole Grellner. The Knights are going to try to get more opportunities like that. As you mentioned, Gavin, if they can get players like Abby Miller more involved than they have been so far, they can try to put more pressure on the Spartans' back line. Good tackle there by Christensen. However, it's a strong recovery by the Spartans at number 9, Jenna Mathis. Rutherford on the ball now, but there's a foul called right around the 45-yard line. It'll come back for a Spartans free kick. That takes a deflection once again off of Howell North, and these are becoming lasting possessions for the Howell Central Spartans. They're becoming much more confident on the ball as the time goes on. The game grows older, and that is becoming dangerous for this Howell North Knights team in attempting to stop the attack of the Central Spartans. Ten minutes gone here in the second half as Sam Carey tries to get the Knights rolling on a free kick as their first substitution of the second half is made. Senior Katie Richardson coming off the field for junior Bria Hamilton. Hamilton plays both the attacking position and in a midfield role for this team, so putting her in the central midfield role will be a crucial move to the attack of Howell North, as she's usually playing as an attacker, so if they can try to get her attacking mindset in the central midfield, they can prove a dangerous task to stop for this Central Spartans team. Nessel with the ball now. She's around the 40-yard line, rolls the ball over a couple times, and defended by Christensen. She's defended closely, trying to get to the edge, and she's taken down, but the ref's going to let it go on, and it's going to be a possession for Howell North. With the Knights trailing 3-0, you can see 5 Knights going up the field trying to get something going on offense, including Julia Christensen, Maddie Wood, who is making the run if Bria Hamilton can find her. Hamilton's going to play it out to Wood now, but that's deflected by Butterfield. Hamilton on it again. She rolls it up for Megan Crane. Crane, however, unable to get it, and it's a good job there by number 14 for the Howell Central Spartans, Molly Crispin. Hendricks looking out wide for Nessel, and it's a heavy foul called against the Knights right around the 40-yard line. We haven't seen any bookings yet. That was our closest one there. We'll see if the ref calls anything in terms of that as we get closer to the end of this fixture. Nicole Grellner and Karen Pete able to clear it away there for Howell North, and here's Bria Hamilton. Hamilton has been active ever since she came on. She's trying to play it up the field for Rutherford. That goes out of play, and a Knights throw-in is on the way. Coming on for Howell North is senior number 16, Jessie Beckman. Beckman has had a strong year so far for Howell North. She's found the back of the net once, and played goalkeeper for the team in their last game, as Katie Arnold was forced to miss the game for the Knights. 27 minutes and 45 seconds now remaining here in the second half. Jones with the now. She does well to get past a couple defenders and trying to get up the field. She was, but that's intercepted by Abby Miller. Miller plays it to Hamilton. Hamilton's got Sam Carey making a dangerous run, and here she comes. That's going to fall to Carey. Carey's got a one-on-one opportunity here against Brown. She tries to get past her, and it goes just wide. What an opportunity there for Howell North and junior Sam Carey, who made a fantastic run from that left back position. Bria Hamilton delivered a magisterial delivery to Carey's making that run, and she almost found that bottom right-hand corner, but it went just wide. Carey looking to find the back of that for the third time this season, but just missed there. Great play from Howell North, and if they can keep it up, they can start challenging Brown more and more as the game goes on. Nicole Growner gets past a defender there. That was Beeler. Here's Abby Miller. The Knights are playing with a little bit added confidence now. They were so close to scoring. Now they want to get that feeling again. They're going to try to get it here with Christensen. He's taken down right around the 20-yard line. Free kick in a dangerous position for Sam Curry and Howell North. Three-man wall there for Howell Central. Will Carey go for goal or try to find a Knight? She's going for goal. What a goal from Sam Carey. Are you kidding me? That looked like Lionel Messi out there, but in Howell North clothes. She found that top left-hand corner from 20 yards out at least. Excuse me, I can't do the math right now. That's 30 yards. What a goal from Sam Carey to cut this Spartans lead from 3-0 to 3-1. That is what this Howell North Knights team needed. Carey was just inches close to finding the back of the net just moments earlier. Almost found that bottom right-hand corner. She decides to go upper corner this time around. She has better luck there. Gavin, you mentioned how she needs to get more involved for this attack to become dangerous and try to beat Brown in goal. And the best way in doing that is to get one of your best players involved. And Sam Carey did just that there, finding the top left corner from the free kick. All 4 goals tonight have been scored from set pieces. All 3 for Howell Central from the corner, and for Howell North from the free kick roll. That goal was scored with 26 minutes remaining here in the half. The Knights now trail by 2. Carey with it now, and she's got Bria Hamilton in the central midfield role, and she's looking for Abby Miller, but that pass is going to be intercepted there by the Spartans. That ball comes through, but Carey, making plays on offense and defense, is able to intercept it there for Howell North. She takes it outside, looking out wide for Maddie Wood, but that goes out of play. Here's Butterfield. Butterfield defended by Wood, and Wood's chasing after, and they force the turnover immediately after the possession. Here's Bria Hamilton. She takes a touch back and now has, what a step over there by Hamilton. She cuts it back. She's putting the Spartans on ice skates right now, and here they come. Here's Julia Christensen. She's taking it through the central field, and that is trying to find Katie Richardson, but that goes, that's Jessie Beckman, excuse me, but is intercepted by Howell Central. Well done there by the visitors. Looks like a foul was called against Howell North there, and a free kick for the Spartans, and number 24, Mackenzie Jones. Crispin plays it up the field to number 23, Grace Creop. Here's Butterfield. Butterfield returns it to Jones. Jones gets past one, and that one was Rutherford. Good defense here by Lauren Shaw. She wins it for the Knights. Great job there by Shaw. She's trying to take it outside looking for Rutherford, but that, however, goes out of play off of the Knights right back, into possession now for the Spartans. Ball comes out for Beckman, close to a handball, but nothing there. She was able to take it down with her chest. That goes out wide for the Spartans. And number 7, Rihanna Thomas. Thomas tried to keep it in bounds, but it went out of play. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton's been a major force in this Knights offense these last couple of minutes. Ever since he came on the field, didn't really get too much playing time in the first half, but in the second half she has been all over the field for the Knights. Here's Maddie Wood, defended by Butterfield, trying to keep it in. It goes out of play, however, and the Spartans will take possession. Unlucky there for Howell North, as Maddie Wood was making a strong run on the left side there, but it goes out of play, and the Spartans will take over with just 22 minutes now remaining here in the second half. The Knights still trailing by 2, but are starting to look dangerous on offense. Here's Beckman. Beckman plays it to Christensen. Christensen trying to take it out wide, now plays it to Hamilton. Hamilton first time looking for Rutherford. Rutherford able to knock it down, but that's cleared away by the Spartans and number 9, Mathis. You're starting to see a little bit more of that early first half mojo for this Knights offense. They're starting to get possessions going. They're starting to find their teammates, and every time the Spartans get the ball, they're putting 2 defenders on them immediately, from Rutherford to anyone else, Christensen with the now. But if they can keep this up, they can force more turnovers and more scoring opportunities for Maddie Wood and company. Wood with the ball now, trying to get up the field, but she turns it over. But it goes all the way back to Abby Miller now. The Knights keeping the possession going. Hamilton, another nice roll over there. And here she comes, trying to play to Miller, and she cuts it back now. She's giving these Spartans players nightmares. That's a good defensive play there by Mathis, and here they come on the counter. She plays up the field for number 6, Fong. Fong chasing after now. Karen Pete on the defensive effort, and she's able to take possession for the Knights. She gets around Fong and plays up the field for Miller. Great job there by Pete. Here's Miller again. Good job by Wood. She was knocked down. It's an advantage called by the ref, and now it's coming back. A foul in favor of FHN. Paige Vanek, one of the 2 Knights warming up on the sideline, trying to get that attacking presence onto the field for Howell North. Christensen heads it over to Wood. Wood trying to recollect it for the Knights. However, that's a good job there by number 3, Kaylee Comback for the Spartans. Here's Butterfield. Butterfield, well, it looks like it was an illegal throw in there, and here come the pair of subs for the Knights. Vanek coming on for Rutherford, and Arena coming on for Christensen. Seam Carey set to take the throw in for the Knights. She'll toss it in, looking for the senior Beckman. You see a nice mix of seniors and freshmen on this field right now. And here's Arena, who got it from the senior Beckman. Trying to get the edge on Butterfield, but Butterfield does a great job there to win it for the Spartans. However, that clearance doesn't find its way past Miller, and Miller is able to roll it back and get past the defender. Here she comes down, switches it over to Bria Hamilton. Hamilton trying to get past her defender, takes a shot from a ways out, and that will get deflected, and Brown's able to clear it away. But it looks like that ball is going to come back, and it's going to be a free kick called against the Spartans. And what looks to be number 12. Yep, it was number 12. That was Jay Viola, responsible for the foul, and another dangerous scoring opportunity for Sam Carey and the Howell North Knights. Last time they had a free kick was from a similar distance, just over on the left side, but still, it's from about 30 yards out. We'll see if Sam Carey can try to find a corner yet again here, as we have 18 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the second half. Here it comes in. That's off the wall. Unlucky for Carey. She plays it over to Miller. No, that's cleared away by the Spartans. Rolls all the way back to Katie Arnold, and Katie Arnold takes a touch and plays out wide to Shaw. Shaw has plenty of room here. Takes it past the 45 and the 50. She's got a couple defenders on her. However, she's able to recover immediately and play to Miller. Miller's got Carey to her left, and she finds her. Carey trying to get past the defender. Good job there by Carey to recover. Now here she comes. Good job there by number 23, Gracie Kiep, who was able to win it back for the Spartans, and now a throw-in for the visiting Howell Central. Butterfield's throw-in finds its way to Olivia Fong, and now it's number 23, Gracie Kriep once again. Now here's Abby Miller. Abby Miller switches the field nicely, trying to find Paige Vanek, and does just that. Great ball there from Miller, Vanek trying to play up the field. That ball is going to go out of play for a Spartans throw-in. A good idea there by the sophomore attacker for Howell North, but there was no one home for that pass. Coming on for the first time tonight is number 19, Elena Furch. Coming on for the senior Maddie Wood. Knights attacking here. Paige Vanek on the ball. That goes out of play off of Vanek, however, and it's another Spartans throw-in with just 16 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Alright, with just 16 minutes now remaining, Gavin, what have you seen in terms of improvement for this Howell North team?
Well done, Dom. The Knights have really attacked on offense, like we did mention earlier, with that goal by Sam Carey to find the back of the net. If the Knights can do that, can create more fouls and get more scoring opportunities for Sam Carey, we have a shot at winning this game.
Jay Viola, the last goal scorer for the Spartans, on the ball now. The winds are starting to pick up again for tonight's game. We haven't seen too much in the last 20 minutes, but however, you can start to feel it and you can start to hear it now. We'll see how that affects the remaining 15 minutes of this game as senior Katie Richardson returns to the field in favor of fellow senior Jesse Beckman. Furch trying to win it back for the Knights. She's unable to do so. Here come the Spartans and Krupp. Krupp looking forward for one of her forwards, either what looked to be number 6, Olivia Fong, or Rihanna Thomas, but that found Katie Arnold instead. 14 minutes and 30 seconds now remaining. Here's Abby Miller. Abby Miller trying to lay it off of Richardson, takes a deflection all the way back to Nicole Grellner. Here's Richardson again. She plays it to Abby Miller. Miller's got a couple runs being made. Looked like that was Vanek calling it 4 out wide. She cuts it back, trying to play inside back to Miller. Miller takes a touch, defended closely by the Spartans. Nicole Grellner with it now. She's got Sam Carey to her left. Forward are Acadia Richardson in the middle of the field, and Elena Furch round the 50. Furch gets it now, plays it quickly to Carey, but that goes out of play. Furch almost had the pass complete there, but she let it roll out just a little too soon. Here's Nicole Grellner. Grellner plays it for her forward. That looks to be Arena. Arena plays it back for Richardson. Richardson trying to play it first time to Hamilton. Good job there by Hamilton to keep the ball for the Knights. She plays all the way back to feet. Here's Abby Miller. She's cutting it back and plays it all the way back to Katie Arnold. Arnold out wide for Sam Carey. Carey first touch is over to First. First now to Richardson. Good pressure there from Krupp. Krupp now with the ball for the Spartans, but that's good defensive work there by Lauren Shaw, but no Knights were able to recover there in the central midfield position, and it's going back to the Spartans. And now Butterfield. Butterfield defended by a couple. Here's Sam Carey. Carey throws it quickly over to Arena. Arena cuts it back and now plays it back to Richardson. Now Abby Miller. Time right now for the Knights. 12 minutes and 30 seconds now remaining. Here's Bria Hamilton. Hamilton's got Abby Miller making a run. What a ball that is from the forward for the Knights, and that's collected by Brown. Great vision there from Hamilton, and it was a great run from Miller, but great goalkeeping there by Brown, proving how challenging it's been all season long for her opponents to find the back of the net, and it usually takes something special to beat her, and that's what we saw earlier from Sam Carey. We're going to see some more magic from the Knights if they want to beat her again before time expires. Here's Carey. She lays it off for Katie Richardson. Now Richardson defended by Krupp. Carey plays it first time to Arena. Good ball moving here from the Knights. Best cleared away by Butterfield. Shaw leaves it for Miller, and here is Arena trying to play it back for Richardson, but that pass was intercepted by Krupp. Here's Mathis. Mathis plays it out wide to Jones. Good defending here by the Knights, and here comes Hamilton. Hamilton trying to cut it back into defenders, and she's taken down. Great job there by Bria Hamilton, but the ref lets it play on. Here's Furch. Furch plays it back to Carey. Carey fakes the defender one way, goes the other. Here comes Furch. She plays it into the middle looking for Hamilton. That's cleared away by the Spartans, but the Knights are still pressing on here. Arena plays it back for Carey. Carey's going to let it roll all the way back to the 20-yard line. She gets right past her defender, and now she's got a couple of options. She's going past Butterfield. Good right back versus left back action here. Carey wins it back. She's trying to keep it in, plays a low delivery ball in, and that's cleared away by the Spartans and number 9, Jenna Mathis. Good pressure there from Sam Carey and the Lady Knights. Just 10 minutes and 45 seconds now remaining here in the half. Here's Furch. Furch plays it back to Carey. Carey defended closely there by the Spartans. He plays it in. That's once again cleared away by Mathis. Carey is moving forward for this nice team, and she is proving a handful for this right side of the defense to stop. That's number 3, Kaylee Combeck, who's struggling with Carey so far. That ball is cleared away by Mathis yet again, and it's going all the way back for Karen Pete and Katie Arnold. It'll be Arnold that takes it. She plays out wide for Nicole Groner. Here comes Groner. She plays it for Carey. Carey defended closely there yet again by the right back for Howell Central, Combeck. It's been a strong battle all night long between Combeck and Carey. Every time Carey gets the ball, Combeck is right there to put pressure on her. However, Combeck's been working hard this half, so she's going to get a bit of a rest here in favor of the top assister for the Francis Howell Central Spartans, Bailey Beeler, and the top scorers coming onto the field now as well in Dieberg. Bria Hamilton with it for the Knights. She's trying to get past her defender. She does well. She cuts it back. Oh, what a move there by Hamilton, and she tries to do it again, but Mathis says, no, not this time around. And here comes Beeler and the Central Spartans. That ball goes out of play, and another Knights throw-in. Good play there from Beeler and Diver. However, it goes out of play either way. Carey plays it to First, but First was not ready for that throw-in, and it's a turnover for the Knights. Here's Butterfield. Beeler on it now. Butterfield up to Mathis, and Mathis switches the fields over to number 12. That is Jay Voyola. Trying to get something going was the Howell Central Spartans and number 18, Kaylin Hendricks, but the Knights forced a turnover. Here's Abby Miller. Maddie Wiggins had to come back on for the Knights. That ball intended for Bria Hamilton's going to roll all the way back to the goalkeeper, Brown. And with just 8 minutes and 30 seconds now remaining, time is running out for Carey, Furch, Hamilton, and the rest of the Howell North Knights to try to get this game back in their favor. Here's Abby Miller. Miller trying to switch it over to the other side of the field with Sam Carey, but that's a good interception there by Diber, and now Beeler. Jones plays it up over to Nessel, and that takes a deflection off of Nessel, and it's a Knights throw-in. Here comes Maddie Wood in favor of Elena Furch. That ball rolls out of play and take the corner, or the throw-in, excuse me, quickly is Hendricks. Hendricks has Nessel up the field. Jones behind her. 7 minutes and 20 seconds now remaining. That ball goes out of play off of the Spartans, and we'll see the Howell North Knights can try to get something going here quickly off the throw-in with Lauren Shaw. She's got Karen Pete to her left as well as Abby Miller, but she'll avoid both of them and play up the field for Paige Vanek, and she's taken down, but that's going to be a throw-in anyway for the Knights. Shaw takes it again. She's looking for Bria Hamilton. That's cleared away by Kendricks. And trying to move it up the field with Shaw. However, that goes out of play. Frustration there for the Knights. And if you can see, over on the 20-yard line, Sam Carey out of the left back position, now playing what seems to be a left wing role as Bria Hamilton shifts over to the right wing position, and Maddie Wood playing at striker for the Knights, trying something creative and trying to try something new, as well. Abby Miller plays it in for Christensen, and now Katie Richardson. Richardson playing out wide for Carey. Can she keep it in? Yes, she can. She's got Christensen to her right. She plays it to her. Here's the freshman. Lays it off for Hamilton, who dummied it over to Abby Miller. That ball intended for Wood was deflected and cleared away. Here comes Nessel and the Spartans. Lauren Shaw trying to chase it down, win it back for the Knights. She does just that. And now at the 40-yard line, here she comes for Howell North. She plays it to Katie Richardson. Richardson now with the ball. She's got Carey moving forward. She's trying to find Carey, but that goes out of play. And, not out of play, but to the Spartans. Here is number 5. That is Bailey Beeler. Diver with the now. Viola's got a couple of Spartans making runs, and here's Beeler, plays it all the way out wide. That's going to trickle its way over to Katie Arnold, however, and with 5 minutes now remaining, it's going to be a possession for Howell North and the senior goalkeeper Arnold. Christensen on it now. That ball is knocked away by a Spartans defense and another Knights throw-in. Step over there by Hamilton's taken away by Jones. Jones plays it inside, intercepted by Miller. Miller leads the Knights counter. They've got numbers that they can take advantage. Here's Lauren Shaw. Shaw plays it to Miller. Miller lets it roll past her and now plays it to Christensen. She's in the middle of the field with plenty of room to run. She's trying to take the shot, and that's going to roll all the way over to Brown. She may have wanted to play it to Hamilton, who was making the run. However, she went for the strike from a long ways out, and that was an easy save all day long for Brown and the Spartans. Here's Diber. Diber from the right wing position looking up the field for number 7, Rihanna Thomas. Thomas trying to chase it down, but that goes out of play. And Nicole Grellner able to collect the ball quickly here with 4 minutes now remaining. The Knights still trailing by 2. Sam Carey up the field, and to her right is Karen Pete. Pete with the ball now from Katie Richardson. Here's Miller now around the 25-yard line. Miller plays it up the field looking for Sam Carey. Carey trying to get on it, but that's good defensive work there by Butterfield. Butterfield lets it roll out, and here is Katie Richardson able to keep it in play, however. And now Christensen, what a move that is. The first touch of dreams, and 1-2 there from her and Hamilton. Trying to play it through for Wood, but that's an interception there by Jones. Jones has had one heck of a day in the central back position for the Spartans, 3 minutes and 18 seconds now remaining here in the half. Here comes Diver. She's got a couple options up the field, but she turns it over to Karen Pete, and now Abby Miller is going to let it roll by, but she probably should have taken it there, but looks like the Knights are able to recover anyway. Risky ball from Paige Vanek. Lauren Shaw trying to play up the field after recovering Vanek's mistake. That goes all the way back for Shaw again, and here comes Christensen. Christensen rolls past the 40 and plays it forward. What a ball that was. Intended for Sam Carey. Great vision from the freshman. However, she's able to win it back here for the Knights. Here she comes. That was cut away by the goalkeeper Brown, and she tried to roll it forward, but nothing was really there for the Spartans. It was a dangerous ball, but the Knights were unable to capitalize. What a touch there by Mattis. And here she comes. She's got a one-on-one, and she can take it right, and no, she took it right around the 10-yard line, looking for that bottom left-hand corner, but that goes well wide, with 2 minutes and 25 seconds now remaining. Time truly is running out for the Knights. Great ball movement here from the Spartans, and number 2 Nessel. She's taking down. The ref says play on. Here comes Katie Richardson. She's trying to get it to her left and trying to find Sam Carey. No, she's going to cut it back for Nicole Grellner. Grellner around the 30-yard line. Under 2 minutes now remaining here in the game. She plays up the field for Maddie Wood. Maddie Wood trying to take it down. Here she comes. She's got one-on-one. Maddie Wood knocks it past the goalkeeper, but that's going to go way wide. We'll see what the ref says. He's going to say it's a goal kick. It was a strong run there by Maddie Wood, who was able to get past Jones and the Spartans defense, but the high pressure there from the goalkeeper Brown, proving how quality of a goalkeeper she is and has been all season long for the Spartans team, forces the ball to go out of play. Just a minute and 15 seconds now remaining. Here's Christensen. Christensen wins it right off the goal kick. Knights trying to get something quickly here. However, the Spartans are able to recover, and here's Nessel. Nessel plays it all the way up the field looking for Beeler, but however, Arnold's able to win it for the Knights. Now 50 seconds remaining here in the half. Ball up the field for Christensen. Christensen trying to win it, but the Spartans are able to recover with Viola. Now it's Beeler. Katie Richardson plays it to Abby Miller. And now it's Christensen. Christensen trying to get one last-ditch effort here for the Knights. She's running and she's sprinting, but that's a great effort there by Mackenzie Jones, summing up her day in the central back position for the Spartans. Here's Mattis. Mattis plays it to Diber. Knights sending many players up the field, leading to this possession for the Spartans. However, they turned over here to Arnold. 15 seconds now remaining. Arnold plays it quickly to Richardson. Here's Wood. Wood knocks it down. That'll go out of play. 5 seconds remaining. And that is that for tonight's varsity girls soccer game. The Knights fall to their rival Spartans by a score of 3-1. The Spartans improving to a record of 5-2 on the season, while the Knights drop to a 2-2-1 record. Gavin, what did you see from either team tonight in this rivalry matchup?
Well, Dom, you saw the North Knights kind of kick it up there to start the second half. Sam Carey's goal, it looked promising towards the start of the half, but they slowly fell downhill during the second part of that last half with some late turnovers, but they did have a strong attack for the first part of the half. Really with the Central Spartans, though, they've stayed the same all day long. You know, attacked hard, had some strong attacks on offense, kept pressure on defense all game, some great saves by their goalie, and altogether it was a well-fought game.
You're right about that, Gavin. In their upcoming schedules, the Howell North Knights are coming off their spring break now, and their next match will be on April 5th against Timberland. That's going to be on the road. Also on April 5th is the next Spartans game against Troy Buchanan. If you want to catch our next live stream, come out on April 6th, Friday night, for girls lacrosse against Parkway Central. Once again, this is Dominic Kosher here with Gavin Anderson, Lupe Medina working the camera, Fabian Schuhel as the producer, and as well as Maddie Chanel. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time this Friday for girls lacrosse.